Hi, Rick. Something that you really know a lot about, dynamite comes in small packages. And this is the smallest boat on these three that we brought, but I tell you what, it has got some big water legs.
It really does. This boat's got excellent features for being able to fish both offshore and inshore.
Well, what you don't see on this boat, we're standing on a 4-grid stringer system that's bonded 360 degrees all the way around.
Hold on, Mr. Boat Builder Man, okay? Fishermen don't know what a bonded stringer system is.
Basically, your stringers, they're your lateral strength to your hull that run fore and aft.
Right.
And they're bonded to the hull while it's still in the mold. This makes the boat very, very strong, very, very stiff, adds rigidity to the hull, and plus when you go on some boats and you get a hollow 55-gallon drum noise.
Absolutely.
Not in this boat. Very, very quiet. Even when you're hitting the big waves, nice, solid feel. This is one of the bay boats that hasn't forgot the family. Not only does it have the same stern seating we've seen, but
the most comfortable place to sit on the boat.
Right, but fold down armrest.
That's pretty cool.
Is really a comfortable place to go.
My wife would dig that, I promise you.
Well, from back here, the seat seems a little tall, but what I love about it, this Yeti cooler, I can open it, I don't have to pull it out, and I get to my drinks.
It's the most frustrating thing in rocket launchers ever, is when the height of the cooler makes it to where you can't raise the lid and reach in and get a drink. But let me tell you what I like about this rocket launcher, okay? Us short guys have a hard time seeing things. I love to get up a little bit higher. Dave, you would be amazed. Every inch you raise off the deck greatly increases how far you can see.
Right, and for comfort, look, fold down footrest, your feet aren't dangling. Now you can see.
Hey Dave, let me tell you something else too. When I do stand up when I'm driving, you'd be amazed at how much more comfortable this incline makes you.
Sometimes it's just little things like that that a boat builder adds, makes your day much more comfortable.
A fisherman tells a boat builder he needs. That's where that came from.
Exactly. Another feature I really like about this 20-foot Blue Wave, it's got a self-bailing cockpit. I mean, I know you see that on a lot of bay boats, but in the center, there's a sump drain that takes out that last little bit of water that seems to never go out on its own.
Not only does it never go out on its own, you leave your boat on a trailer, it will always have a little bit of water sitting in it if it rains, and doggone it, that grows algae and makes it hard to keep your deck clean. Hey Dave, I really like the idea of no splash well. It gives you more room back here and enables you to raise your motor higher.
Well, in a 20-foot boat, you have to maximize every inch of space. That's a great way to do it.
Every inch is a compromise. They did a great job with this. They've got it to where your motor can come up and you don't step in that splash well as you walk across the transom. Let me tell you a feature I really like on the Blue Wave that you ought to see on all boats. The ability to take down this rail. That means you can fit it in your garage, okay? A flats boat you can slide right in, but so often this rail keeps you from putting your bay boat in your garage.
Yeah, well, the detachable windshield we've seen a lot, and it's on one of the other boats that's here. But the ability for this handrail to also fold flat, man, that's great. You're saving the wind resistance, and like you said, low bridges, maybe you've got a little bridge that you have to get under in a canal. This is a nice feature to have.
Hey, boat builder guy, you ever washed a boat? Let me tell you how much easier it is to wash a non-skid boat with this pattern in it instead of the sandpaper type finish.
Well, it's not going to tear up your mops or your chamois. And even a good heavy-duty brush will get down in there and make it clean. But what I like about it is it's safe. I mean, this anti-skid is really aggressive, and you're not going to slip.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I took that sandpaper finished deck one time to Mississippi. I never got the red clay out of that thing. This boat you can always keep clean.
Well, even their decks and their hatches all have the nice same matching anti-skid. Not only does it look good, too, it knocks the glare off.
Let me tell you something I like, speaking of hatches, okay? This long hatch right here is a long fish box. I love long skinny fish. If I catch one, I need room to slide him in. Doesn't do me any good to give me a big square box. If I've got a long skinny one, I can slide in enough kingfish or wahoo to take home for dinner.
Well, what we've seen so far in these bay boats, they can take rough water. I wouldn't hesitate to take this boat clear of the inlet and go out and chase a mahi or a kingfish.
Oh, heavens no. That's the whole reason behind the bay boat. Here we go with the versatility argument again. We've got a jack plate, we can raise our engine, we can fit it into a pocket, but when we need to get to big water, we can do it. Not only is that fish box insulated, Dave, you've actually got two more. You've got one down here that's fully insulated, and one up here you can carry home a pile of fish.
All right, now right behind you, you've got the same size lid here, but now this is a locking rod box. You can put 6 outfits in here, and the way that the shelf is built in there, it holds the rods up off the floor.
Yeah, it does, Dave, and I really like the fact that they put shelves there instead of holes. Makes it a whole lot easier to put your rod away while you're running.
To round out the front deck on this Blue Wave 20, you've got the step that you and I both love, makes it easy to get on and off. but you have a nice big landing pad here for your trolling motor. So many bay boats right now, they forget about this. And the bow comes to a point, there's no place to put a trolling motor. You're not going to have a bay boat without a trolling motor.
It defeats the whole purpose.
Rick.
If you can get shallow, it doesn't do you any good unless you can power yourself across the flats with a trolling motor.
Right. You need a place to land the trolling motor. Having a plug here, it's convenient, it's in the right spot.